in the West, a border battle that brings together two schools fighting for a bronze boot. A tribute to a former ROTC instructor, the Bronze Boot is the ultimate prize in today's resumption of the border war. Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cowboys will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Colorado State's offense will have the football first. In the last meeting, the Rams trampled the Cowboys, making brown mustard out of them in a game that never felt competitive.
I think everybody went into that one thinking it was going to be close. Colorado State obviously had some other ideas, David. Their intensity was simply unmatched in that game. That's where Wyoming's got to be better this time.
Got to be much better, because they took that bronze boot in a bad spot last year. It was not competitive, not at all. They had to have been embarrassed. They had to have been thinking about this for a year, and they want to come out and put a better display on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Cowboys offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Got it in the middle. It's Holman. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Anderson wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Sargent. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
3rd down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He'll pull it on the read. As they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down. He gets down.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Anderson will throw. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Rams now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. The border war over the Bronze Boot dates back to 1899, but the introduction of the Bronze Boot trophy was started as part of a mutual agreement between each school's respective ROTC departments.
Well, it's nice that there was a mutual agreement because the very first time these two teams played in 1899, the game was forfeit. Apparently there was breaking of rules. It ended up in a brawl. These two schools have not liked each other for a very long time in the border war.
I'm here for all of it. I'm here for the petty. I'm here for the college fans that don't like each other, the anger, the competition. So this should be a great matchup.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that pass is caught at the 25.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Gets the back moving. He wants to throw it. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rams! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game.
For the extra point.
And he added the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be brought down. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Grab near the sticks. It's Sargent. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Anderson wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. got him downfield. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
Pocket breaking down. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Ross. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Rams really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Colorado State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out.
Set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson will throw. They're working that left side. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Reading the option, it's Anderson. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Sargent. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Quickly to the tight end. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Cowboys and Rams. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that old bronze boot.
The Rams will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Pulls it, fired complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down coming up. Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. It'll be third and long. Anderson wants to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
And the Cowboys will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Rams are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Unloads it downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. a grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
3rd and goal where the strong come through. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they swarm him under. This defense with its back to the wall has been a wall. Now, 4th and goal. What do you think?
Well, if I'm the defense, shoot, I've stuffed you a couple times in a row. I've put that doubt in your head, so I want you to go for it. I'm going to get another stop.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. Dead center perfect. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Anderson will throw. Finds his man. It's Durr. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Cowboys are marching down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He's got it inside the 25. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Scott. Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Looking for the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a 1st down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll send the back in motion. The give. Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They'll leave it with him. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Rams in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off play action. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rams come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
The Rams line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking left. That's caught. It's Durr. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Sargent. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Tight end finds a soft spot.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the 3rd down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Ross. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Dupree. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. And they can't make the connection.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dan.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Catch in the middle. It's Ross. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Oh, they're after him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The Rams trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Got his man downfield. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
To the air on second down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. They get to him as he throws. And it's caught in the end zone, and we're all tied up. They're an extra point away from winning it.
And how about the clock management by this team? Taking all of the clock, scoring late now. All you got to do is finish it. The easy part. Bring out the kicker, knock that PAT to the uprights.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this This crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop. The coverage team up to the challenge as they put a stop to the return and an end to the game. One of the great rivalries in the West comes to a close with the Rams taking the victory, and there will be partying in Fort Collins tonight. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.